Hello, folks. I am joking here, but I'm going to say that I'm officially going to put Mac in charge of running my TV show because he does a better job than I do. I just, I just tried to do a whole show without recording it. Wouldn't be the first time. Tell us, Mac, about your what you do in life. You're teaching, or you're building a community on
So,
LinkedIn. What? Tell us more about that.
okay, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. So,
You're
what I'm
very
doing, uh, thank you. And so, what I'm doing is I'm building a community on LinkedIn, and I currently have a community, and
okay.
I'm looking to keep connecting with like-minded individuals
Okay.
and really showing them some tips and tricks that I've learned about LinkedIn, and also
Okay.
a wonderful tool that can help them in their current businesses. Because usually and you probably know this, we're connecting with a lot of entrepreneurs that are business minded people. And I want to
Right.
educate them on how they can have lead magnets. And really what a lead magnet is a great way to get more clients and more customers. And when I speak with people, whether it's over the phone or through Zoom like this, often talk about, I love to have more clients. And the best way really to have more clients is to give them something of value. And that's essentially what a lead magnet is. Whether
Okay.
you're posting something on LinkedIn, or you're sending them a video, or you ask them questions that helped you uncover something that maybe they liked, that they're interested in, and that just really continues the conversation with them.
Okay. Now I have a really, I want to say severe, but maybe I'm being overstated, but I have a pretty pretty reasonable learning disability. I would like to be able to do what you're saying for
Hmm.
my own company,
Right.
but I don't understand it yet. What is it that you're saying to us?
So
Like,
what I'm
what's an example of something you would put out on LinkedIn that you think would honestly capture people's, because I do these videos, I post videos like a maniac. Usually when I'm doing it, I post them like once an hour, for 7 or 8 days in a row. That's kind of how my pattern. And I
Mhm.
don't get a substantial number of views, clicks, comments. I don't get a lot of those at all. I mean, I get a few, but not very many.
Right. Essentially, really, what you're doing is you're trying to build like I was mentioning, a community, and you
Right.
want people really to resonate with the content. And
Yeah.
sometimes you can flood people's newsfeed with too many posts at once. So sometimes you
Okay.
want to stagger them. So it's good to stagger the post, or stagger the video, or maybe do a video and then mix it up and then do a written post, or post a picture. And then that really
Okay. Okay.
engages different people for your
All
different
right.
posts. So
Okay.
maybe some people don't necessarily want to watch the video, but they have time to read a quote, or they have time to see a picture and
Okay.
comment on that picture. And
Okay.
really it's a learning curve, or learning experience. You really have to be consistent. So what I'm hearing you say is you go all out for 7 days, and it sounds like you have a regimen going on. And then what happens is maybe you drop off, and then
Yeah, I really do because in
you
my,
exhaust.
I mean, I'm being honest, but at
That's
least
good.
I'm learning from you. I really do drop off because as a one person shop,
Right.
I have tons of stuff I got to get done for people,
Right. No,
and so I work on the posting. Usually, about every 2 to 3 weeks, I will go through a 5 to 7 day thing where I post every hour, almost around the clock, because I have about 120 videos to post,
right.
and then I stop for 2 or 3 weeks. And so, given that I need some time to actually get the other work done, what regimen would you recommend?
So what I would say is, and I also have challenges to posting because obviously when we're solopreneurs or we're entrepreneurs, we're really focusing on our clients at the end of the day. But what I tell people is it's good to make time, whether it's on like yesterday on a Sunday and you want to schedule your posts. So you come up with, maybe you brainstorm for an hour and you say, oh, today I'm going to talk about the weather, let's say in the San Francisco Bay Area. And then tomorrow, and then I'm going to post it at this specific time. And then tomorrow I'm going to talk about, I don't know, what's something that you're interested in.
So you're saying have a theme?
Yes, have a theme, have a schedule, and really work around that schedule. So really what sometimes I do is I'll have 2 or 3 posts related to that theme.
Huh.
And I can stagger that throughout the week, or I could do that all in one day. But some of them are a continuation, basically a sequel to my other posts.
Huh.
And so you don't necessarily have to read my previous post, but it's good if you did, because then you can see the pattern at the end of the day.
Okay.
So, but it's not always the case that I do that. And yes, it can be challenging for anyone running a business to dedicate the time.
How often do you post anything? I mean, you're
So
you're you're changing it up between videos, photographs, and text.
right.
I
So
hear
I'm
that part. So what else? How do you go ahead?
no, so what's your question? I'm trying to understand.
You know what? I know you're mixing it up like you said, but what frequency would you use? You're saying the once an hour thing is too much.
I think it can be a little, you
So
could be
would you
flooding
do
people's
like
news feeds. So I would say and everyone's different at the end of the day, and really you have to know your business. And I'd be more than happy to either discuss it with you or discuss it with other people as well, if this resonates with them. But what I
yeah.
would say is I post around 3 times a day if I can. And some weeks I might not post one day, but I'm trying to at least do 3 posts and have that consistency. And I've been doing that for, I don't know how long I've been posting for three times a day, probably for the last month or a couple months. And then before I was maybe posting twice a day. So I'm trying to up my frequency and trying to post more posts throughout the week. And then I don't usually post on the weekend, but the odd time I'll post on a Sunday. But
Okay.
usually that works out to be about lately. We have a caller. We're going to go to a caller right now, I guess. Someone's someone's
You
calling.
wish.
No,
We're not
so
live, Doug. We're not
no,
live.
no. I know. I'm just kidding.
You were joking. Okay, good.
Yeah, and so
Um,
that works
yeah.
out to be, if you do the math, about 12 posts a week, 10 to 12 posts. And that is,
Okay.
yes, that is a commitment. And yes, that takes some creative brainstorming, but it can be done.
Okay, and
And
you're saying
I see,
post pretty much every day rather than do it all in a few days and then stop.
right, right. So have some consistency. And for you, that might just be starting small. It could be just posting once a day and then you build up to something. So I wasn't always
Well, and
posting
I'm
three times a
let me
day.
let
Maybe I
me
was posting once a day
I'm
or
good.
once every other day.
We're just gonna keep going because I don't want to. I want to stay in this conversation. It's fascinating. So, um, I have a growing number of videos. Like this month, I'll do 14 shows.
Wow. Okay.
I'm still trying to post people that I've already done what I obligated myself to do, posting for them 25 times.
Right.
But some people I'm still posting for them just to A, keep them engaged, B, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna soon have like 200 posts to do every month.
Wow.
So 30 days, that's about 7 posts a day. And then how many hours in the day? So
It depends.
so,
Are
so
you?
maybe I have to spread it over 2 months, huh?
Yeah, you could. You could. Then you have more content.
You think You think posting what every 2 or 3 hours, every 4 hours? Give me something I can actually follow.
So you want me to quantify it?
Well, only because I have a learning disability and I need a guideline that I can understand.
So let's say you try this. You post maybe in the morning. So whatever time you figure that out, maybe late
Right.
morning, for example. I'm just giving an example. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you post in the afternoon, maybe around, let's give another example, around 3:45 or 4 o'clock, you post again.
Right,
And then
right.
maybe you post one, and then you can build up to posting maybe again, and then you would post sometime in the evening, maybe not around dinner time, because I'm not sure that people will be so engaged with that.
Yeah, a
Only
little later
because,
than a little
yes,
after dinner. Now
yes,
I you know that I post on more than one platform.
I know. So I understand. So what I do is I'm just consistent more or less with one platform, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to do that the best I can. And
Okay.
so then it doesn't really, it does still, I don't know, cause anxiety or stress. It can for some people, but it allows me to not be, it allows me to be more focused, I think. If I'm just posting for, I'm speaking by myself, allows me to focus just on one platform as opposed to getting stressed out or anxious to have to deal with 10 platforms or whatever, let's say.
Yeah. Okay, tell us about you. How can people get a hold of you and work with you to kind of increase their LinkedIn presence? How can they get in touch with you? I already know the answer, but I want to hear it out of your mouth for
So I'm
them.
actually hosting an event. Thank you for asking. I'm hosting an event this week on, I don't know when this is going to go up, so this might go up after, but
Yeah.
I will be hosting and future events I will be hosting as well, where you can learn some tips and tricks of LinkedIn. And this event's being held actually on Wednesday.
Okay, and
And
where?
so
Where is it being
it's
held?
being held on Eventbrite. It's a paid event, and it's going to be myself and another individual who will be the
Okay.
speakers. And I'll be teaching more about tips and tricks and things you can do to make your profile more sexy or really updated.
Okay.
And that is a great way to have more of a presence even on LinkedIn, because people
All
will
right.
see
So
that you're an active user, because there are a billion people using LinkedIn, and
how many?
probably a billion people use LinkedIn. Now, not everyone is using it on a regular basis, I imagine.
Right.
There's the
Because I,
people that
yeah,
use it. There's the people that I call use it 8 minutes a month, and those are people who are rarely on it. And then there's people who are posting more often, so we talked about frequency, and those
right.
people are people who use it, who are users, as opposed to somebody that doesn't use it. And then there's
Yeah.
people who are placeholders. This is where I'm categorizing it, and those are people maybe who don't have many followers, or they have zero followers, and they're using it to eventually use it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it does to me. I don't know. Yeah.
And
So
hopefully that makes sense to the audience.
how do people sign up for this event?
They go to Eventbrite.
And what do they
I
do?
I would
Eventbrite
have
is
to
more
share
a
the link.
website, right?
I would have to share the link, but I don't
You
think they're going
sure?
to get the link in the time frame that they need it. But depending on when this goes up, maybe they will be able to attend the event.
Well, send me the link and I'll make that one of
Oh,
the
that would be
text
great.
posts. You know, just give me like a 3 or 4 word description. Uh, I don't know if I can put the word LinkedIn on other sites, but we might say something more innocuous like increase your, I don't know, you know better than I do, increase your traffic and then put the Eventbrite link there.
Right.
I could send that out as a whatever I just said,
And there as a
as a
text.
text post. Yeah, and
And
then it would get out faster.
right. And there will be more of these in the future. This is just the first paid event. I have done some free events as well, where I've
Yeah.
educated people on a few, like I was saying earlier, a few tips and tricks that can really help
Okay.
you help you have these lead magnets and that we were talking about visible to your audience on your profile. So if that resonates,
When is the event? What's the date of the
it's
event?
happening on the 22nd, which is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025 at 3
Okay.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I guess if you're living in the San Francisco Bay Area, that's 12 your time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and just add your local time depending on where you are. And then Central
Okay.
obviously is an hour behind, but
Okay. Now, could you please, for the sake of our audience and myself, simply repeat the name of the course, the time and date, that kind of thing, so we get it in our heads a little better about when it is.
yes, thank you. It's called Mastering LinkedIn.
Okay.
And the time which you wanted me to repeat is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January the 22nd. And I look forward to people signing up and attending. And if they want to reach out to me on LinkedIn as well, they can do so. And they can do that at www.linkedin.com/in backslash, that's hard to say, or slash Mac Gluckstein.
Okay. All right. Good. And
That's
and send me that, and I'll post it.
the Eventbrite link. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And I'll try to keep track of when I post it. So, all right. So we're gonna close out because that's 16 minutes. You got
It
to
didn't
get
even
to.
feel like it. There's
Well,
just
I
people
know,
you
but
can talk to that it doesn't feel
you
like.
said you have another meeting too,
I
right?
do. I have to
I
go
don't want you to
around
be
the top of
late.
the hour.
Can you do another show sooner than usual just for the heck of it?
I can. I'd be more
All
than
right, just
happy to.
call me. I'm going to forget when it is. So just call me and say, hey, dude, let's do a show or something. I don't know.
Okay, what's your schedule? Are we talking in
I don't,
January or February?
yeah, I'm talking about 20 minutes from now. No, I'm talking about like this week or next week, whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Make it comfortable on yourself.
Okay.
You're the client, you're the customer, you're the guest.
Thank you.
So
Thank
whenever
you.
you want to do it is what works. Folks, I'm going to kick my white ass out of here. And
do you have to bleep that or that's okay
no,
to
I
say?
don't have to do that.
Uh-huh.
Long story. No, I don't have to.
Okay.
So, take care. We love you very much. Please get with Mac. Please take his class because he knows what he's doing. I'm learning from him, and you guys get the drill. All right, I'm gonna sign off, folks. We love you very much. Take care.